Hello, and welcome to another update video about Bitcoin. Yeah, we're taking a look at the Bitcoin daily chart first. For everybody who's new on this channel, just a quick overview here, highlighting that, yes, Bitcoin is pushing a little bit. Certainly carefully optimistic that we might get a breakout higher here shortly, but it hasn't done it yet. Okay, so overall forecast is still for one more extension here in this third wave. What we need to be watching out for in the coming week or weeks or so is if we get this one more high here that we've been forecasting, we need to be careful. Is this then wave 3 still, or is it already wave 5? That's what we just need to be careful about, and very mindful that this might not be very clear due to the size of the current consolidation that has taken roughly a week, not quite a week, but it's getting quite large. So we just need to be aware that with the next high, technically this wave 1 could be complete. Okay, and we however, that would not be my preference. My preference would be that we get another wave 4 after that, and then we finish off this wave 1. In this wave 1, which is the 5-wave move, which is an possibly an impulse. It can also be counted as diagonal, but the behavior starts to get more and more impulsive, with very tight supports, very few setbacks. So we'll see how that goes. But target is between the 61.8 fib extension and of this wave 1 here and the 78.6 fib extension. So this is key. Ideally, I'd like to get it there between $38,270 and $43,000. This would be ideal. Then a wave 2 setback, and then a rally in a third wave. What we don't want is that this wave 1 pushes more directly into the upper section of the box, of the target box. This can be reached. It would be part of the target, depending on which scenario we're talking about. Because if this is just a corrective B wave, all of this which is happening here to the upside, then we might be looking at the 1-to-1 ratio at 50K. So, or anything above 43K really, because what we want is to get 5 waves filled before getting too high. It's just not healthy and might lead to a breakdown eventually. It might look bullish initially, but actually it's not really. So that's the problem, okay? So it might seem counterintuitive, but I discussed it in yesterday's video. The problem is that you will have this wave and this wave, then the same length, just connected through a corrective structure, and that would make it a larger corrective structure in which the waves A and C have the same length, and that just increases the likelihood of a breakdown to follow, okay? And then we need to see, okay, what kind of correction is it? Do we go down only back to 20K roughly, or do we actually make a new bear market low? That will then be the question. But for now, we are optimistic. We see movements across the market here to the upside, and the focus remains on higher until the market basically fails. We have to basically grab the bull by the horns. While the trend is up, lots of people still discuss new bear market lows, and while they can happen, they miss out on this trend. Yes, everybody has an opinion, but then we also need to understand most people who discuss this stuff, they are not trading this. So if you're trading this, then you certainly want to make your decisions. You want to have that involvement. You want to participate in the trend as long as the trend is hot. Okay, the trend will at some point cool down, and the trend will at some point fail. That's welcome to trading. Not just welcome to crypto, welcome to the financial markets. But as long as the trend is clear, and the trend I think is so clear, it's so crystal clear. Okay, of course the trend fails. That's what they do. That's why we track support levels. I still don't get why people still talk about Bitcoin as in a bear market. I mean, surely it could be, but it more than doubled in price, okay? Bitcoin has been in a bull market since early 2023, so actually end of 2022. So people still call it a bear market. I just don't understand it. If the bear market phase shows again, it's another bear market, but this year was bullish and this was a bull market. It has taken a year, and Bitcoin has doubled, more than doubled in price. Why would you call that a bear market still? Altcoins was a bit different, okay? Because altcoins made new bear market lows, but Bitcoin just didn't. And so this is the situation we're dealing with. I think target should be clear. Let's go to the shorter time frame Bitcoin count, and it is still here this scenario in which we might actually see a breakout of this triangle today. However, this last wave down, I talked about a higher low, okay? So anything really above this C wave low, and if we get that, yeah, which we might have done already, okay, so a higher low, anything above this C wave low would count as a valid E wave, basically, okay? So obviously it needs to look right in terms of proportions, but it should not be too long, because if we break below this C wave low, then it will invalidate basically this triangle. So what could still happen is that this E wave is still stretching out as basically an A wave, a B wave, and a C wave. Now, don't treat this wave count now as predictive, but I'm showing you what I think would look best. Always looking for the ideal structures, but to be honest, the minimum requirements have been fulfilled. So it reached the 38.2 Fibonacci extension level of the length of the C wave here. So technically, and this is a 3-wave move, so technically, even though you might count it as 5, it's obviously a bit difficult on the lowest time frames. But, you know, I'm just showing you that, you know, diving that much into the micro isn't really useful. But the key is it reached a 38.2 extension, which I normally use as like a first level to watch in such a triangle. The 61.8 extension is, however, more reliable, and that would be at 33.7K. So this would be, if we make another low here, in wave C of E, this would be a key level to watch. But if we go below the C wave low, then not a triangle, you know, because the E wave cannot extend beyond the C wave. That's not a valid triangle. Also take a look at, you know, what target did the D wave reach? I mean, just for fun, let's check it, because they often reach these 61.8 extensions. Yeah, see, perfect. I mean, it's just proportions, okay? The golden ratio, basically. So let's see if the E wave gets there. This looks already as if it wants to break, which is of course possible. We're still in favor of one more extension to the upside, but it could easily be that this stretches out even 1 or 2 more days. Yeah, that's my update about Bitcoin. I hope you liked the update. If you did, please hit the like button, leave a comment and subscribe. And if you really like the content, then please check out the channel membership. Also, if you're interested in the S&P 500 and stocks updates in these turbulent times, we might be heading into a stocks bear market now that could even be a decade long. It's not guaranteed yet, but certainly worth to know about it and to focus on risk management. Yeah, then check out our stocks and S&P 500 service. The link is in the description. We do intraday updates about the S&P 500 and regular updates about stocks. Thanks a lot for watching. Bye-bye.